Okay, so we have two activities left in Unit 5, and we're going to do 5.6 today, and then next week we'll start the 5.3, which is determining density. A lot of what we're doing in this activity is a review, like calculating volume, calculating surface area. We've done that in other activities, but we're going to apply it to actual objects that we will then check our answers in Inventor. So we'll get a chance to build some of these pieces and look at the physical properties that we get from within Inventor. So if you download the Word document that's associated with this activity, something like this, there are two parts. The first object is going to be made from aluminum. We get an image of what that object looks like, and we also know the size based on the grid spacing for our isometric paper. Okay. So given this object, then you will be calculating things like the volume for that part. You need to show work to receive credit for that. We're going to talk about density. We're going to look at mass, doing some conversions, looking at surface area and stuff like that. Okay, so the idea is to do the calculations by hand and then check that in Inventor. Here's what I would recommend. I would build it in Inventor first, figure out what the volume, the surface area are, and then do the work, showing the work that gets you to that answer. Okay, so using, let's say the first one as an example, scroll back up. I'm using this as an example. I would build that in Inventor first. Again, using 0.25 as the grid spacing for the isometric drawing. Then I need to assign a material to it. Okay, so it is generic at this point. I'm going to use aluminum 6061 as the material for this object. From there, if I go to the application icon and I go to iProperties, the very last tab is physical. And when I open that tab up, it gives me information like the density for aluminum, gives me the mass for that object. Area in this case is surface area, and then the volume. So this gives us the answers that we're looking for within the activity, and then you can do the work that gets you back to that answer as a way of checking. Okay. It'll be the same thing for the second activity. I believe the material in this case for the second object is going to be, it's going to be brass instead. Same process going through the assignment. You can work directly on this Word document. Make sure that your answers, please, are in a color other than black. So pick red, blue, whatever it is, so that I can distinguish between what was already there and what was your work. There are also conclusion questions at the bottom that I want you to answer. I believe there's 4 conclusion questions. And when you're done, you can save this and upload it for me on the LMS. We're going to have today and tomorrow to work on this activity, and then on Monday, we'll move on to the next activity.